Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum and welcome to lecture number 9, part B. In this part, we will discuss the procedure of election of the directors of a company. Section 159 of Companies Act 2017 is the relevant section here. This section provides the election of the directors for a company. So the procedure is very simple. First of all, the number of directors will be fixed 35 days before the date of election. This is an important because how many directors will be elected? 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, how much? So they must be fixed before the 35 days before the election. The number of directors will be fixed by the board of directors after getting approval from the annual general meeting. If there is any change in the number of directors, then it will be approved from the annual general meeting. So 35 days before, the name of the number of the directors will be fixed. That's how many directors will be elected in the coming election. Second, the candidates file their name 14 days before the date of election. Before the election date that is fixed, 14 days before, the interesting candidates will file their name in the company register office that they are interested in contest the election of the director. Company transmit their name to shareholders 7 days before the date of election. Then it is the duty of the company that they will transmit the names of the candidates who are interested in election to the shareholders before 7 days before the date of election. Now these days you must have to remember 35 days before, the number of members, how many directors will be elected, that will be fixed. Before 14 days, that the candidates will file their name with the company registered office. 7 days before, their name will be transmitted to the shareholders so that they can know that who is contesting the election. Each member shall have as much number of votes as is equal to the product of the number of voting shares or securities held by him and the number of directors to be elected. So one thing keep in mind that one member, one vote. This is not the criteria. This will not be the procedure. But one vote, one share. If a person have one vote, he has, one share registered against his name, he has one vote. If a person has 100 shares, so he has the 100 votes. Clear? So the number of votes depends on shares rather than the members or shareholder. Each shareholder can exercise as many votes as he has shares registered against his name. Number one are the securities. Securities are such which are investment that is given to the company and where the right of vote has been given to them. So that is also, they can also cast a vote. And another thing is that each member can cast as many votes as there are directors to be elected. For example, 5 directors are elected. So a shareholder can cast 5 votes. As you have experienced in the Union Council election, that the Union Council members that are elected, for example, 6 members are elected, each member casts 6 votes, 1 for the farmer, 1 for the neighborhood holder, 1 for the Union Council, Nazim, etc. So he casts as many votes as there are persons to be elected. So the number of directors, if there are 5, 6, 7 directors are elected, each voter will cast as many votes as there are the directors to be elected. Then a member may give all his votes to a single director or divide them between more than one of the candidates in such manner as he chooses. So there is a discretionary power with the shareholder. That, for example, Mr. A has 100 shares, so his votes will be 100 votes. So he can give all his 100 votes to a single candidate, or he can distribute them among the different members. For example, 5 directors are to be elected. He can give 20 each or he can give 110, another 5, another 20, another 50. So he can distribute as he wish. So that is a great discretionary power with the members or the shareholder, that they can distribute the vote according to their own sweet way. Another thing, the candidate who gets the highest number of votes shall be declared elected as director. And then the candidate who gets the next highest number of votes shall be declared, and so on until the total number of directors to be elected has been so elected. So it is very much simple procedure, that when after the election completed, the votes will be counted. If 5 directors are to be elected, so first 5 A, B, C, D, E, who got the first highest number of votes, they will be declared elected, and the one who are came at the 6, 7, 8 number, they will be rejected. So it is a simple procedure, that who get the highest number of vote, he will be declared as the director. And then second, third, fourth is how many different directors are to be elected, till all the such directors will be elected. And the one who came below that number, they will be failed to elected. Another important principle is that the directors of the company limited by guarantee and not having share capital shall be elected by members of the company in general meeting in the manner as provided in articles of association by the company. Very simple. If there is a company that is limited by guarantee, and as we know that company limited by guarantee, there is no share capital, because everyone has given the guarantee and not have invested in the company. So therefore, in such type of companies where there is no share capital, so how we will say that what will be the voting weightage of each member? So that will be defined or described in articles of association of each company. So there is a separate procedure for them, and they will be elected according to their procedure. Now that is the election process. Now what are the qualifications for a director? Who can be a director? That is mentioned in section 153. Fix the qualification of director. He must have at least 1 share disclosed in the prospectus. It means that everyone who qualified to be a director must have at least 1 share registered against his name. That his name that is written in company's register must his name at least 1 share he possesses. It means that he must be a member. If he is a member, he is entitled to be elected as a director, to contest the election of a director. So that is the minimum qualification, that he must be a member, that he must have at least 1 share against his name. Following persons cannot be appointed as director of company. Generally, in companies act, qualifications are not mentioned. They mention the disqualifications. So opposite to this disqualification, there are the qualifications. So the qualifications are directly not mentioned in the Companies Act 2017. So who are disqualified? A minor or unsound mind person. He cannot be a director. So it means that the director must be adult. That is above 18 years, 18 or above 18 years. Number 1, he must be sound-minded, Sayyid Dimag. He must be sound-minded. He must not be lunatic. He must not be unsounded. So these are the 2 qualifications that we have already studied in Companies Act 1872, that he must be major, he must be sound-minded. So that is the qualification here for the director. Another, filed an application for insolvency or undischarged insolvent. If a person who has already filed an application in the court to be declared as insolvent and his application is pending, or undischarged insolvent, or he has already been declared by the court as an insolvent, in both cases, he is disqualified. So here, what is qualification? Qualification is that he must be solvent. His assets must be more than his debts and liabilities. So he must be solvent if we go to opposite to insolvent. The third one is convicted by the court for moral offense. If a person who is convicted by the court for a moral offense, that is, for example, corruption or some other moral offense, then he is disqualified to contest the election of the board of directors. Fourth is disqualified by ordinance or lacking fiduciary relationship. If a person who is already disqualified by the ordinance, the ordinance is not here, that is misprint here. Here means disqualified by the Companies Act 2017. Now here I cannot make the change at the present, but you must change it. Disqualified by the Companies Act 2017. I am repeating what you will have to do. Disqualified by the Companies Act 2017, are lacking fiduciary relationship. Fiduciary relationship means that the relationship that is based on honesty, confidence among the two persons. So if he has act in such a way that disturb this fiduciary relationship, for example, he commit the corruption or something get personal interest or benefit by using his position. So in such cases, he is disqualified. Does not hold national tax number. Definitely everyone who is going to be a director must have its own tax number as per the provisions of the income tax law. Cease to be member when as soon as a member sold up his share, transfer his shares to another person. So he is not a member. As he is not member, so therefore he cannot be a director of a company. So that is enough for the lecture 9, part B. What we have studied? Here we have studied the election procedure of the director. Very simple procedure. How the director is elected, that is mentioned here, and we have properly studied. Number 1. Number 2, we have studied the qualification. Generally, no qualification is given. Rather, disqualification is given. If we go to opposite to the disqualification, it means these are the qualifications. So it is very simple. Now we will have a short break and then we will start lecture 9, part C. Thank you very much. Allah Hafiz.